In this video, we're talking about something that happens around all of us every day. It's called radio frequency interference. And so we live in a world where there's a lot of electromagnetic radiation. There's radio signals, there's satellite TV, there's cellular phone signals, there's microwaves from when you're cooking your food. There's all sorts of electromagnetic radiation, and that type of radiation can interfere with other technologies. When we're talking about a criminal case and the police use electronic equipment and they use electromagnetic technology within that electronic equipment, might other things be interfering with that? Well, there are some studies that say yes, some studies that say no, and so we're going to talk about that. But here are a couple quick technologies that the police use on a regular basis that are electronic, and they are measuring things that might contribute to a person's criminality. We're talking about a portable breath test. That's the handheld device that an officer has somebody take on the side of the road. We're talking about an intoxilizer device. So after a person is arrested in a DUI case, they're taken into a police van or they're taken into a police station and they're given a more substantial breath test where they blow into a big microwave looking machine. Those devices have radio frequency interference antennas on there. They're actually built into the system to determine whether or not this stuff is happening. They know it's a problem, and so they have an antenna in there to measure it. Same with the headspace gas chromatography. It's an electronic machine that's measuring blood samples, and electronic devices may be susceptible to RFI, radio frequency interference. Same concept in simpler speeding cases when the police are using radar or laser devices. These are electronic technologies that are actually emitting lasers or radar, which are different frequencies of the electromagnetic spectrum. And so they're using this equipment and these different devices to find somebody guilty or to say that they're guilty of a crime. Well, what if they're being interfered with by all of these other things? And there are a lot of other things out there in the world. We have police radio. So what if the police they have radio on their belt or in their vehicle? That is electronic radiation. That's radio waves coming and going. Same thing with internal motors. So some of these devices have motors, and motors that are spinning, motors that are operating, they produce an electromagnetic field. That's how they work. That's how motors work. And so could that internal motor be interfering with the device's measurement capabilities inside the device? Some studies say yes. Same with the car motors, same with radar jammers. So if we're talking about a speed case where people are passing and coming and going, there may be other vehicles that do have radar jammers, whether you have it or not. But these devices are specifically designed to interfere with these machines and this equipment. So you want to consider that. Same with cell phones. I mean, most police, they have cell phones with them. Most people who are stopped, they've got cell phones on them. And these things are sending a lot of different radio waves, electromagnetic waves back and forth, cellular waves, Wi-Fi waves, Bluetooth waves. There's a lot of interference that happens on a daily basis, and there's a certain part of that that is just accepted. We all just acknowledge that it exists, and we accept it. It's normally not a big deal. But when we're talking about somebody going to jail, when we're talking about somebody having a criminal conviction, that minor amount of increase or decrease of a person's blood result, or increase or decrease of somebody's speed in a criminal speeding case, these are big deals. This is a big deal. This is a big difference between somebody being guilty and not guilty. And so you can start to really create that reasonable doubt when officers aren't following the proper protocols to eliminate or minimize RFI, or when they're just ignoring it or missing it altogether, or they don't understand it. This stuff may have a much bigger impact. It may help create that reasonable doubt that you need to be successful in your case. So if you've been charged with a crime, specifically a DUI or a criminal speeding case, or any type of crime that involves some sort of technology, you may want to look into this as a defense, or at least see how it might impact your case. We're happy to do that with you. Give us a call. We offer free case evaluations and look forward to meeting with you. Thanks for watching.